Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Casual Shooters Podcast, your premier podcast for the casual shooter. This live episode is brought to you by our longtime friend of the podcast, James Madison, and the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. Shout out to Rachel Trotta at Hoist for the birth of her son. And don't forget to check out our website, www.casualshooterpodcast.com for discount codes for Laser Wrap and Hoist. Boom.
Thank you, Mr. Madison. I appreciate your support.
We do appreciate that friendship. Going on 200 plus years now.
I feel like he's akin to my father a little bit, or maybe
In
a
what
founding
way?
father.
Definitely my favorite founding father. Him and TJ. That's what I call him, on weekends. TJ.
Because you guys are like this.
Exactly.
We're basically best friends.
Who knows? I might be related to TJ too.
I mean,
You could be.
in fairness,
You're light-skinned enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he liked himself a little something outside behind the woodpile.
Nothing wrong with that. And anybody who has not or doesn't raise their hand. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. I raise a glass to you.
How many times have you raised that glass tonight?
Yeah, I lost count. But
All right.
and I want you to know, along with Laser App, love those guys. I'm telling you, if anybody buys their product, if you have any questions, contact them. They have got a great support team that will answer your questions.
Especially when you lose the email that tells you how to log on.
It's Grinder's fault. Come
I don't
on.
know. Check your email. No, I can't find it. There's no E in Laser App, Huggy. Oh, I'm just gonna call them.
I did.
I know,
And,
and they are great guys. They're super helpful.
They are.
Yes,
So
they
is,
are.
filing your emails in the proper folder.
Exactly. And then on top of that, also for all those enthusiasts out there that like to practice and save some money with ammo and everything, they do have the AR setup. I think they might be sold out right now, but they do have the AR laser, which works nicely if you want to do some practicing with the AR. Yes.
Alrighty then. So, Leo, what is that?
Nice.
Is that a quick trach? Why do you have a quick trach at your house?
No. It's the AR setup.
Yeah.
Now, my question for you, Leo, is
They're very nice. I like that.
have you used your CERT pistol?
Yes.
And
Yes. I really like it. When I first started using it, it was the whole trying to look first. You know what I'm saying? So you have to train your brain.
Oh.
Like when you present, it's around here. Where the hell is it? It's somewhere. I'll find it. But when you present and actually,
Hey,
press your shot off.
Casey. Look who joined, or look who's
who
here.
is? You're still in the waiting room.
Ooh, that
Oh,
coming
they're
out of the
disregard.
closet.
They're on
Yeah.
the thing.
You are supposed to be watching.
Yeah, no, I'm watching while I was
Oh.
doing a demonstration. Hi, Casey.
Oh.
Notice I wasn't pointing anything at a friend, Huggy.
Hey.
'Cause I'm
I don't
a
know,
good
but
person. Oh, here we go.
yeah, but you like your friend is over there saying, "Hey," and you forgot about him. He's like,
No, we love you, Casey. Okay, so notice I'm not pointing at anybody, but when you're actually pressing out and you actually you click the trigger, you have to not look for where your hit is. So you're not doing where am I hitting instead of focusing on your sights. So I had to stop myself from doing that. And once I did that, it actually helps a whole lot because you can focus on, your actual, as you're pressing and all that. So as long as you're mindful of that and you're not focused on the actual, you trying to find the impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually helps a whole lot. So, but yeah, at first I was like, aha, and I would keep looking instead of focusing on my sight picture.
Okay.
So once I stopped doing that, because I figured out pretty quick that that's what I was doing, because I kept doing this job.
Turkey necking. Right.
Yeah. I was like, huh. I was like, don't do that.
I'm going to stop doing
that's-
that. That doesn't look good.
I know.
Yeah,
I was going to say
exactly.
it looks like a grinder thing. You know.
Yeah. Well.
Casey.
Hello.
Hey. How are
We know
you?
her.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. We're doing really good. How are you guys?
Good.
Amazing.
You surviving COVID down there in Florida?
I don't know. I can't hear you guys very well on here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's Huggy's fault.
It's Huggy's fault.
of course.
She heard that, didn't she? You're
I
welcome.
did.
See?
He downloaded Grinder recently, so he's been having some issues.
Yeah, he's had some technical difficulties because there's a lot of things going on. He's getting a lot of DMs.
Oh no.
It's an inside joke.
Or just a lot of D's, whatever.
Oh, goodness.
Listen,
Oh my
when you got a
God.
big bar of chocolate like that, you got to stick it somewhere,
Wow.
Oh God.
I like to point out I'm the only one here in this group that isn't actually imbibing alcohol.
Yeah. You would almost think Duda was in here.
Yeah, in the
Right.
Battle of Wits, I came fully armed.
Drinking ginger ale.
That's right. I like how it fizzes. It's nice. Casey,
So-
what's the word? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I'm just trying to find, like, you guys sound really, really quiet, and my phone is not turning up. I don't know why. Oh well.
Turn down for what?
So
Sorry, I
have
got
you, did you get to shoot? Did you shoot much at all since the last time we saw you?
I have been shooting. I actually took a one-on-one with Dennis, who is
Leary?
a coach. He's a part of the Pedro Sauer Association with my husband, and he has, it's called Force Solutions, I believe. Hopefully that's the right one. And we did Chris did a whole 1-day 6-hour shooting seminar with him, and then the very next day I had a one-on-one private for, I think it was like 4 hours. And I would
Nice.
love to say that I've been practicing religiously, but I have not.
It happened.
Uh,
I know, but next year is going to be my year.
There you go. Now, how far is Talladega from where you are?
How far is what?
CMP Talladega from where you are.
I think it's 8 hours.
Okay, still not too bad.
It's not too bad. Hey, can I exit out so I can go get some headphones? Because I cannot hear her. It sounds like a soft whisper.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right,
I will be
we'll see.
right back.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
Sorry, I know I'm making faces right now. It's because I'm trying to find the
You-
Force Solutions thing, and
Oh, okay.
the old Google box is betraying me right now. I think Huggy might have infected it with Grinder. I got to be honest, man. You never should have said that, because now it's going to be just the running gag.
I didn't say,
And
I didn't
said
say
gag, by the
grinder.
way.
I didn't say grinder. I said grind.
Okay,
Grind.
sure. Yeah,
You
because
know,
that's better.
It's a coffee.
Because I like
grind.
to do it. I like to grind. For those of you listening live,
we
I'm gonna
have-
go ahead and apologize now. This is not going to be a PG-rated
Uh,
episode. We're all
oh,
in a bit of an odd spirit right now.
oh,
Definitely not our typical show.
no. This is definitely outside the box.
Yeah. All right. So,
Thankfully, none of our junior shooters are on here today.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not listening either.
If so, hello, and we're sorry.
Are we?
Nah, I said what I said.
Yeah,
Right.
he meant it.
Oh, she's back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Good.
Back again. Shady.
Casey's back. Back again. Casey's back. Casey's back. Casey's back.
Okay, well,
Do you hear us any better?
What is that noise?
That's Huggy.
Oh,
I don't know. Is it?
see, I mean, I you know what? That's it. I'm just gonna sit here and drink. Just gonna sit here and drink.
That's gonna keep you safe.
Right, I know.
You sit here and take notes. Oh God, Casey's gone.
See what you did, Leo.
Yeah. Somehow this is my fault.
All right, so you didn't shoot. So this year you didn't shoot a single match, but yes, you.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking. I'm like, Casey can't hear you. Yes.
But your plan is different for next year.
Yes. So having spoken with, actually, I was. You might not have been in the room, or maybe you were. I don't know. It's hard to tell now, time. But yeah. So I talked. Randy and Lynn came by the house the other day, and we were just chit chatting and hanging out for Jesus' birthday. And so my wife and I had talked, and I had the whole, aside from Apocalypse, the whole like fatherly brand spanking new. That's not me.
Definitely not
me.
I think that's
definitely Casey.
It's Southerners, But we had the whole like don't feel fatherly guilt for not hanging out with your kids thing. So once a month, I am either going to go to Shadowhawk or to Fredericksburg and be able to shoot at least one match a month.
Cool.
I just gotta figure out, when I'm gonna do it, where I'm gonna go.
Right.
So, but like one match a month isn't terrible. At least it's, and with being able to dry fire practice in between, get some live fire in there just to see if what I'm doing in dry fire is translating.
Right.
So, and if I'm not doing this to try to find my shots, because of the whole.
Now,
pew-pew.
I hope so, because that way I can still get my appetizers.
Now, what division are you going to shoot?
So I am going to try my hand at carry optics and see what happens. I don't foresee me being like a B class or A class shooter anytime soon. I'm hoping to just get out of unclassified, make a slow, arduous trudge since it's only, one, what's it called? One match. Golly day. It's only one match a month. So I don't think I'm going to have unless I have blazing, amazing scores, I'm not going to be moving up super quick.
I'll be interested to see where you end up at the end of the year,
If I can, as long as I'm not you at the end, and when I say you, I mean like the letter U, not you, Dave.
Gotcha.
Yes, I would be happy to be you. But if I was not unclassified, I would be okay. If I was a C class, I'd be more okay. But again, we'll see how it goes.
Well, I mean, JJ was Unk going into nationals. Look at him. He's a GM and a national champion. Why can't you do that?
Well, A, not JJ. B, still not JJ. And mostly those two things I will go with. I will say that.
Not and still not.
Taller than JJ, so the potential's there.
Correct.
But yeah, I don't think that's what's going to carry me over the hump of beating JJ in really anything, other than maybe getting on a roller coaster that he can't get on. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of roller coasters. And JJ, if you're listening, you're a very handsome man. You have the best smile in the USPSA. So, but I'm taller than you, so
I mean, it's science, right?
That's just physics, man.
I'm waiting for him to pop in and be like,
he's going to be like, you're fat, so suck it.
Exactly. He's going to be like, he's going to say, yeah, we have a weight division. Guess what? You're not in
it. Yeah.
And it's actual science, not Fauci science.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, man.
AKA faux science.
Like FAU, faux with the X at the end of it. Exactly. I know how to spell things. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
There might be a U in there. But
yeah. fox, sound like my faux hawk, you know. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to shoot, not 0
Gotcha.
matches, and be able to earn back some of my appetizers from Huggy.
Yeah,
That's what I want to see. I want to see the competition between you two. I want to see that heat up.
What I will say is this: when I win, I'm not ordering just like poo-poo appetizers.
Yeah. Order big or go home. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
that right now.
And I'm gonna do that like real gaudy, like the sampler appetizer thing, and I'd be like, "You can't have any."
That's right. But you know what? Just
I'll
like
be
that
slapping
time
hands.
when you and I went to King's Pizza for the first time, and we
We ordered 2 large pizzas, like a freaking bunch of dopes. And did we ever tell you this story? There was an old couple. It was like 2 old couples. When I say old, I mean like Methuselah old. So, and I can guarantee they are listening
dirt
to this.
old.
Yeah. Like they were, yeah. Like,
oh my god.
you like used to write on papyrus old. Cuneiform, like we're really going back.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh yeah, we'll get we're 2 big dudes. We'll get 2 large pizzas. And then they were like, you're not gonna eat that. And they were really sweet about it. They're like, no, trust me, you're not gonna eat that. We're like, people, we'll be fine. And then they brought the first one out. We're like, oh no, this was a bad decision. So we got halfway through one.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, well, we're going to split up these other 1.5 pizzas and our spouses will be able to eat for a week. So yeah, we each took like 3/4 of a pizza home. And like I fed my wife, me, and I think my oldest kid, because my younger one wasn't born yet, for a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to that pizza place. I've had a pizza there, and one pizza from that place could feed Somalia for a week.
Oh yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that couple was really cute. They were like, oh no. You're not going to eat all that. We're like, we're big. We got this. And then it showed up and we're like, well, would you guys like some of our pizza? I mean,
we should have listened to the experienced people.
No, it's not that we're giving up. It's just we want to share the bounty. This is like the horn of plenty. We're happy to provide. And they just laughed at us. It's like, okay. Well,
I mean, they were laughing. That old person laughing was like, oh, they were dying. And it was like, oh yeah, you got us. But yeah, but no, when we start shooting, go big on the appetizers. If you beat me, I'm going to pay up.
I'm gonna stick with Wen. Feeling pretty good about it.
Are you going to try to shoot any major matches this year?
I mean, depending on where they fall, I'm hoping to at least shoot one, like either the state or a sectional. Like I'm not going to plan on shooting like a state and a sectional and area. You know what I mean? Like if I can get to one, great. If it's convenient, but where the state area 8 went somewhere different.
Area 8 is now Area 8 is in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, that's right. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's worse. Yeah, I'm not going to shoot that.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. I don't think I'm shooting Area 8 this year.
The Mason-Dixon line. No, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to have to travel through Pennsylvania or through Maryland to. Yeah.
Right.
So I will not be shooting that for sure. So.
Yeah, I mean, at least nationals, I'm headed all south, so that's okay. It avoids the mess up north. So the
Casey
state
says we should shoot for nationals. Pun intended.
I am.
I get jokes.
Now the state matches in. It's down where we've shot before, close to Richmond. Cavalier. Yep.
Oh yeah, so I'll probably shoot. Okay, shoot
Yeah.
bunch for that. State
Yeah,
Cavalier.
I'll go for that one too. And Leo, you and I could ride together again and stop at that little grocery store.
Oh, and then Dave can magically cut 3 hours off of his freaking trip and beat us there, even though we were already there.
All right, so you got to explain that because people are like, "What?"
Okay, so here's what happened. So Huggy, first of all, got lost trying to get to my house, even though he was at my house. The point is, Huggy's not great at directions. So he finally picks me up. We drive down to Cavalier. We stopped at a gas station. Huggy and I thought we were going to get murdered because we were not the same as the people there. And it definitely, like, we got eyeballed. Like, they were like, "What are y'all doing here?" And listen, people can think what they want. However, one of the few times in my life where I've legitimately been a little bit nervous that something was going to go down. I was like, they don't see people like us very often, Huggy. Like, we should just get gas and go. So we drive. We get to Cavalier. It's not open yet.
You forgot the part about the mud bog.
Wait, what?
Remember we were in there and they started talking about the mud bog that they were going to go to, and you looked at me like,
"Oh yes." I was like, I didn't realize that was actually a thing. I thought that stopped in 1806. Apparently not. So we get to Cavalier. It's not open yet. So we went and got some food, and we looked at Glimpse. What's the thing you send us? Glimpse. Yeah, Glimmer. I don't know where that came from. Probably from the Grinders thing.
Right. Yeah, definitely
so we
not
looked at Glimpse, and you were like 3 hours away, and it opened in like a half an hour. So we're like, I have no idea how Dave's going to get here. And you were in one part of the map, and then we're sitting there, we're eating food, and then you're like, "Where are you guys?" And we looked, and you somehow found a wormhole, and it went from like a 3-hour thing to like 10 minutes away. We were like, how the hell did he beat us here? And then we get there, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I got this back road that goes down into Narnia and pops back up in Cavalier." And here I am. Yeah, so
it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
VA State and Fredericksburg again, at least according to the list on USPSA.
Yeah,
From
the
driver
list is wrong. Yeah.
Driver 8, that's the guy.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's real aggressive. That's the guy.
Sorry, my bad.
We want him to continue to listen. Maybe don't be so accusatory.
Oh, I was saying
you.
because we couldn't remember when we were sitting there trying to figure out who it was that was on the giving us information before. Correct. And it was driver 8. So
yeah,
I thought it was driver X or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure why USPSA website says Fredericksburg, because it's definitely going to be at Cavalier, and Kevin McPhee is the match director. So Dave Ankeny and I think Keanu Sue are tag teaming the Delmarva, which is going to be where Keanu's range is.
Correct.
So it's in Maryland. Driver 8, we're going to have to get a name for you so we can call you a name and not Driver 8.
I mean, we could just start calling him like I call him Doug. Although, if that is your real name, sir, it's a great name. Doug.
All I think is that movie Up.
It's a great movie. Doug's the dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie. Dog. That's why I didn't understand it.
Oh, it's Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was one of the first movies where my older kid could actually talk, and yeah, it was pretty. He's like, balloons? Yeah, we'll watch the balloons again. You love that old guy.
All right, so Huggy 2022. 2021. Let's back up. The only match you shot was Area 8, and it was with JJ.
Yes, I'm telling you, I couldn't get any better. Even though I was
you
mean shooting with him or your finish?
Oh well, both. No,
both.
Both.
Put it to you this way: JJ's finish and Huggy's finish weren't on the same scroll of the mouse.
No. So I would just say, first of all, that whole squad was an awesome squad, and having JJ on there was so much fun. Him giving me advice and everything, it was just great. Had a good time the whole match, and yeah, it was fun. And I only shot that one match because I was trying to make sure that I had ammo in case, the apocalypse happened and we all had to bounce.
He's right. Yeah, you are correct, Driver 8. That's what it was.
Yeah,
So what
that
he-
was our bad.
Yep. Del Marva's at Shadowhawk. He is correct. And the Maryland State match is at Keanu's club. It's Keanu and Al. Okay. I thought for sure. Okay. I thought for sure Keanu and Ankeny were tag
The
teaming
best
something.
part about that? We talked to these guys, and we should actually know the answer to that since we talked to them about it.
Right. Yeah,
I
but we
promise
talked
pay
to him.
attention when we ask people
Yeah,
questions.
but we didn't talk to him at the time. We didn't talk to him about, we talked to him about, are they going to do it again? But
Right.
that was up in the air.
Yeah, that is true.
So it wasn't until later that we knew that it was moving from Fredericksburg and everything that was going on. So
Thanks again, Mr. 8.
I like that. Now he's Mr.
And-
8.
and Ted Murphy's the one who told us that, he's going to be moving the Area 8 match around. So that's why it's up in Pennsylvania. So it's probably going to be high round count stages. Just saying.
Which is really good for Huggy.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so Huggy, you shot one match last year, Area 8. What is 2022 going to look like for you?
I'm going to try to do the Leo plan, and I'm going to try to hit at least, one match a month. And I know I'm definitely going to be shooting for state. So definitely.
All right, so back up for a minute, because I know you're in the same situation I'm in. Your schedule sucks as bad as mine. Well, not really, but you know what I mean.
It does.
It's not.
They're
It's not.
comparable.
What I mean is, it's not conducive to shooting.
No, it's not.
So that's what I meant by that. So I know you. Are you just going to shoot the weekends then that you're off and you have that time? That's what I'm assuming you're saying.
Yes. If I'm off,
Okay.
and I'm on my 4-day break, I will be shooting.
Because, like, for example, let's look at February. You work the weekend of February 5th and 6th, then the 12th, then the 19th. You work all those weekends. So February, unless you shoot the last weekend and shoot like Shadowhawk IDPA, you're not shooting in February.
Right.
And it's going to happen, and then it happens again in April. So it looks like every 2 months you're kind of jammed up.
Yeah.
So,
I think you should shoot that IDPA match.
I just do
I mean, I don't see why not. It's not like you have
trigger time.
it's IDPA, so it's like Dave said, it's sugar time, and B, I mean, it's the position of carry that you'd be having at work.
That is true.
All you need is a concealment garment. You just wear your big boy jacket, and you get to do a cool sweeping motion. Get that bad boy out of the way,
Oh, that's what the SWAT guys do.
I don't even know. I'm not defensive. I'm not on the team. I'm just a medic.
I know. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, it's going to be nice. And I also, by me being in the position at work now, I can move into the law enforcement division.
Bastard.
There you go. You could.
Yep. So we'll see.
Can you be in more than one? You could be like senior and law enforcement, because you're old.
Yeah. Thanks, Leo.
I'm just saying.
He's not old enough to be a senior yet.
Wait, how old you got to be a senior?
I think it's 55.
I mean, he's basically 60.
I just hit it like 2 months ago.
I feel 60, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
So is that how you're identifying?
Yeah. You know what? Good point.
I mean, I identify as an attack helicopter, so I'm good. If they ever open up that division, I'll be squared away.
You're shooting open then.
Casey says she's thinking about getting a few steel challenges under her belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a really good idea.
And I might do that too if it happens to fall right. Who knows?
The one thing I like about the Steel Challenge is it's always the same stages. So, like Phil, I have my spreadsheets, and you can always go back and compare. So I can see the times when I first started shooting Steel Challenge to now and how they've improved.
Yep.
And I've even found that shooting two different guns both carry optics, but two different optics, two different guns, how my times are similar in what they are with the different stages. So it's pretty, because I've shot it with my carry gun, and my carry gun was only 1/10 of a second off of my competition gun.
And that's the one with the RMR on it, not the SRO?
Correct.
Okay. And the SRO has a bigger viewing aperture, right? Like the window is
got like
bigger.
a 1-inch window, and the RMR obviously is not.
Gotcha. If anyone else would like a mixed drink, Huggy is serving it up at the bar tonight. Huggy, I don't know where you're talking. You're muted.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your carry gun.
Yep. So it is empty.
Okay.
Nothing.
Got it. Cool.
And that is, so it's the Canic Elite Combat with an RMR. So that's what I use. And I'm within 1/10 of a second with this compared to my SFX with
That's pretty
the
good.
SRO. Yeah, I'm happy with it.
That's 1/10 of a second overall, like between all stages.
Yeah, pretty much 1/10 of a second with all stages. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, I'm happy with
That's
it.
gonna build
Very happy.
confidence for your everyday carry firearm.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a really good thing. So that's one thing, because Casey you shoot the, oh gosh, what does Casey shoot? Glock 34?
It was a Glock. Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
which one.
34, my dyslexia is kicking in. Is it 34 or 43, Casey? Which one's not the compact one?
I think the 43 is the compact. The 34
Okay, so
doesn't have
34.
the big long slide.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Going back to Grinder, the long slide.
This is gonna go all night long, just
It
like
is.
the young grinder. So yeah, it's Steel Challenge, and it's good because you can work on your fundamentals too. So you can work on your draw, you can work on transition, and you don't have to worry necessarily about footwork. Like you can take that part out of it and just focus on those big things that will translate to other things like everyday carry or what have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's pretty awesome.
Just don't shoot 40.
Okay, one time you make a mistake and the dude, oh god, whatever that guy's name is.
That's why I can't wait till we go back to state this year if it's that Cavalier.
That flipping guy. He was a very nice guy, but
34.
God, bro, get over it. Like, I get it. I made a mistake. Ugh, jeez.
She replied 34.
Oh, it is a 34. Okay, thank you. Sorry, man. I have one Glock, and it's only because it has the same mags as my Chris Vector.
Okay.
Yeah, so they share mags. So that was my truck gun, so I could put that in my car, and then I had a little holster underneath my steering column for the Glock. So if one of them went down, I could just switch the mags out and put it in the Vector because they have the same exact magazines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no nationals for either one of you next year.
Oh, no. I will try to go to nationals. I will.
When's Chariot Nationals?
It's in September 11th, I think it is.
9th to 11th. Pull up the calendar here. There it is. Yeah, Carry Optics Nationals the 7th through the 11th. The 7th and 8th is staff, and then 9, 10, and 11. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And it's at CMP again?
It is. And it's just Carry Optics. So there's Going to be like 500.
So I have to be honest. I want to
Plot.
go, but not necessarily for the reason like, yeah, the shooting, cool. Like this guy's not going to finish in the top 100. So not so worried about that. I just want to go to Talladega and see Dave live in a Ricky Bobby car with a cougar. And
There's a cougar in the car.
Like a stuffed cougar, not like, older lady that's really attractive. Although either one would be fine, to be honest. Casey says she's looking at Sig.
Yep.
Pick one. The top 2 rows.
What?
Those are all SIGs.
I know.
If only Phil were here, we could talk about him.
There you
SIG
go.
is not Phil. We can talk about
And
Phil
the
too.
slide cuts. There you go.
Yeah, the pro slide cuts. Those are pretty awesome. But yeah. So yeah. I don't think we'll see if I can go to nationals, but I mean, that's a lot of people in carry optics because it's only carry optics.
Right.
I guess,
But that also means there's a lot of slots that be easier to get one.
Oh, that is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Although,
literally,
how long is that drive, Dave? It's not 12 hours.
It wasn't. It was 11, I want to say.
Okay, so wow, 1 less hour in the car. Well, let's see. If I'm navigating, it'll probably be an extra hour. We'll be at 12 again anyways.
No, it's hard to get lost on this one.
Oh, okay. Although we did accidentally visit Disneyland, so that was pretty cool.
Well, we drove by it.
It's true. It has a very nice parking lot.
Directions, I'll just go from my house. But remember when we were talking to Chris Gelnett, it was actually shorter, 10 and a half hours. It was shorter for Chris going from Pennsylvania
Right.
than it was actually a longer trip miles wise, but quicker because he jumped on 81 so much quicker than I did.
Right.
It took me a while to get on 81. But yeah, fastest route is 10 and a half hours. Oh, that's not very good. 666 miles? 666?
We might have to drive an extra mile.
Yeah.
We'll just drive around the parking lot a whole bunch.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that feels ominous.
It does. We might have to get lost.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe everybody. Oh no, but you're farther south than I am.
Yeah, but you can access 66.
Yeah, way
which will
quicker.
get you on to 81.
Yeah,
way
I can do
quicker.
that really fast from my house.
As a matter of fact, I'm curious now.
Well, while you're looking that up, since Casey's saying that she's looking at SIG, what are you looking at, Casey? Mostly because I legit like those top rows are all SIGs.
All right, let's see here. Directions from, we'll just call it Warrenton.
Warrenton. Off of Meats?
It's 689 miles, so you're another
Way
23 miles farther, and you are literally 4 minutes longer.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, like 60. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from my house, specifically from where I live. So
Yeah. So it's
it would
not
be
bad,
a good rally
actually.
point as long as Huggy didn't get lost coming to the house again.
Well, I don't know why you said that. You're gonna have to pass by my house to get to 81.
Did you see the comments?
Yeah, the P3. So I was waiting for you to finish the.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, P320. It's a very good firearm. I've got.
Why don't you go get one
Exactly.
and bring it to the
I got
window?
5. Well, because nobody wants to see my shorts. No, I'm kidding. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm wearing green shorts.
Don't turn around. They won't see the stain. You'll be good.
I'll just walk backwards.
Oh goodness. All right. So I don't know that I'm going to get as many matches in as you guys because my schedule is horrible, especially for shooting. I see a few weekends. I'm going to get some in. Definitely starting my dry fire ritual next week. So
Well, I just, I actually going to have to digress on some of it because I just realized I will be in class from March for 10 weeks. So starting in March, I'll be in BLE for 10 weeks. So during that time from March, April, May, if there's any shoots in that time, I won't be going. So
Yeah, but it's only 2 weeks. That's a drop in the bucket. But I definitely plan on trying to get. I definitely will shoot the state, and I definitely will try to get. Like I've already taken time off for nationals already. So, and I think I can shoot the state match. I can shoot the state match without taking any time off. So I am solid.
All right, show off. Well, Casey, here's 320 X5 and 9mm, and it's
empty.
Empties.
Yep.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure Huggy was paying attention. So it has a Grace optic on it.
Oh,
That little guy right there.
mm-hmm. Where'd you get that from?
And again, 9mm shoots great. This is my competition gun, so this is what I shoot. When I will be shooting. I shot it with production. Now I'll be shooting carry optic with it. So full frame, really good firearm. Shoots real nice. And then it's just a regular 320. So this is one of my carry guns, and this one is in 40. But we were just talking about it. The cool thing about the 320s is that that's really modular. So the firearm is actually the fire control unit, which is on the inside, obviously on the inside of the gun. But the the grip module just has a serialized window. So when you slide the fire control unit into any grip module that you want, depending on the size of your hand or what you're using it for, you can just take that part out, put it in a full frame, compact, subcompact, and it's still one firearm, because that's the serialized portion of it. And then you can put it in any gun, configure it however you want. So I could literally take this control unit out of this gun, put it into this gun, and it's still the same fire control unit, but it's multiple firearms. So I really like them. Yeah, I like the modularity of it because you can, again, buy one fire control unit, get different frames, get different slides. You're saving some money. But again, even if it's the same slide, just a different grip module, you're still saving a bunch of money. And if it's all the same caliber, so you just get a 9mm with a full frame or a compact frame, you can go from competition gun to carry gun, and it's just one fire control unit. So I really like them a lot. We're not sponsored by SIG. I wish I was, but
But you wish you had a shirt.
You'd have to shoot good to be sponsored by them. So,
And that's what I like about Canic. I can buy 2 Canics for the price of a P320, and I've doubled my collection.
You're welcome, Casey. I got Canics up there too. That's the bottom row there.
Oh,
Those are my backups. And I have my carry one, the SA or SA, yeah.
SA.
Whoa,
whoa.
Whoa.
But yeah, I have that too. It's my backup everyday carry gun. That has a Swamp Fox optic on it, the Sentinel. It's their small one.
Now you still haven't shot the Grace optic yet, have you?
No, I have not. So I have dry fired with it, but I have not actually put any rounds through it.
Dry firing it, how do you like it?
I really like it a lot. My biggest concern, it's something that I think we've talked about on the podcast before, is, as people can see if you've never heard of Grace Optic, there's no top to the optic.
Right.
So it's very thick. It is girthy, just like Huggy likes it. So the durability factor is the only thing that gives me any concern. I'm fairly certain it'll hold 0, but again, that's just going out and shooting it and proving that concept. But the durability, like the ruggedness of it, is the thing that gives me any pause. But for the price point, it's $200. So, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But I will definitely let you guys know as soon as I go out and shoot it and actually put some rounds through it, how it does.
Well, we need to go to the range together because I want to shoot it when you do.
Yeah,
After
fine.
you do, I want to.
I mean,
wanna
as
put some
long as
rounds on.
like I'm happy to let you shoot it through the chrono machine because I don't want to be the one that shoots your, chronometer and blows it up.
Yeah, I still have to replace it after that.
Oh, then we can shoot it through there anyways. And it'll be
Exactly.
fine. Yeah. So now I won't feel bad about blowing it up.
We're just gonna make up numbers.
Hey, it looks pretty good. Feels kind of snappy.
So my 2022 season starts next month. In Vegas.
Where are you shooting?
Oh yeah,
Nowhere. Shot show.
Oh yes. So okay. Well, hold on. But did you guys talk about your season and then this coming season before, like when I was getting stuff?
Just not really. I just
Okay.
said that I'm not going to be shooting as many matches local because of my schedule.
Right.
I'll shoot them when I can, but that my dry fire ritual will begin next week in earnest.
And you've got
So-
your schedule laid out for it.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go to Isaac Walton this time and do some outdoor dry firing where I can set up targets and I can actually start moving because
Yeah.
I can only do so much in the house and in the
In your
garage.
garage too, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's where I do most of my dry fire. So I need to get out. I'm thinking once a week, I'm going to try to get over there for about a half hour or so and just literally do a bunch of gun handling movement drills so I can run from spot to spot, get the gun up, have it ready, different things like that.
That's good though, because that's a good way to work on your like coming into a target and leaving a target. So that's build a couple other extra things in there. So that's really nice. But how many major matches did you shoot this past season?
Well, if you count Area 8, I shot a few stages there. State and Nationals. So that's what I shot.
I remember that conversation. And then I packed up and I left.
Yeah, that blew chunks.
Yeah.
So
That sucks. Okay.
yeah.
So SHOT Show. Let's talk about that real quick because we are very excited that you get to go to SHOT Show and I'm going to live super vicariously through you. So what booths are you planning on going to see as of right now?
Holy crap, dude.
Because how many days are you going?
Oh, I'm there the whole time, all 4 days.
Okay, so you're there for 4 days.
I am there for 4 days. I'm going to have to pull up the app because there's I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to tell you that I've probably got 50. So what I did was the other day I sat down and I went over every single booth and all the floor plans. And if I could figure out who they were and what they were, and I was like, okay, this might be something I would want to stop in at, I clicked favorite. It's at least 50 booths. I don't think but it's probably closer to 75. So it's a lot. So I'm like, I'm probably not going to get to all of these because obviously I want to hit all the big ones first. But there are some that I am definitely going to stop by. So there is a lot.
So I would imagine, knowing you, and this is not to be facetious in any way, you've got like, I'm definitely going to see list, a hopefully going to see list, and then if I have time, going to go see list, or something pretty similar to that.
Yeah, pretty close to that. And the good thing is most of the ones that I want to see are in the same area. Okay. So that's the best part about it.
Because it is an expansive SHOT Show. Like it's a lot of square footage.
It is. And then on top of that, there are like multiple floors. So I went ahead and got a media NSSF membership. Mm-hmm. So that opened me up to the level 4, which is the media floor. So I can get up there and check that out as well. But let me do this.
Because we're members of the media. And by we, I mean Dave is now a member of the media. So if anybody wants to go to SHOT Show, start a podcast. Not saying, just
that
saying,
is
because then all of a sudden you're a
not-
member of the media.
It is not the one I wanted this year.
I was about to say that was like that infinite thing where you
It
just
was.
see the painter
It
painting
was,
the
and
painter, painting the painter, painting the. I could do this all day.
Yeah, that was the wrong screen. Let me try that one more time. Share that screen. There, that's the screen I want. And kaboom. So yeah, it's Caesars and the Venetian. But you can see you have 2 floors with a bleed over into Caesars Forum, and then level 3, 4, and 5. So 4 is the media. 3, I forget what that one is. But level 2 is the big one. Now I am going to, wrong way, do that. And most of them are right here. This section right in here is where the vast majority of the ones are that I'll be visiting. Smith & Wesson. Let's do this. Vista Outdoor. So CCI.
Okay.
Federal Premium Ammo. A lot of different things. There's FN. We already saw them. Winchester Ammo. Christensen Arms. Beretta. So there's a lot that's going to... I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Let me type in Century Arms here.
Does Accuracy International have a booth?
10/5/27. So they're right there.
Boom.
See the yellow one? See the yellow one down there, the green?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're at. So they're right in that same area. Does who? Accuracy International?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they do.
I know we talked to Phil. SIG does not have a booth this year.
Correct. They backed out. So it looks like they're in a different area. Okay, they're all the way up there. So same floor,
Right.
just further up. So I'll go see if Scott's over there. Scott Sigmund. More than likely he will be, or somewhere around there. I can't imagine he wouldn't be there. I mean, he's the VP of North American Operations, so it wouldn't make sense not to be there.
Wicked smart guy too.
Yeah. So lots of stuff to go see. So I'm excited. I'm only a few blocks from here, so I
I
might
was going to
catch
ask
the
where you were staying. I would imagine it's not either one of those places.
No. So
you're not going to get a high
sure
roller
not.
suite or anything like that.
Absolutely not. So, but that's what we got. That's what is going on there. So I'm excited. I'm not really sure exactly how. Look, it's literally going to be 25 years since the last time I was at SHOT Show. The last time I was at SHOT Show, Troy Aikman and Emmett Smith and Michael Irvin were beating the Green Bay Packers to go on to then face the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl and win their 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years. That's how long it's been.
This is how you can tell the man is from Texas because he remembers.
I'm hoping that by me returning to SHOT Show, the Cowboys can return to the Super Bowl. That's really the only reason I'm going.
Good. America's team. Well, it won't be the Washington football team, as we all know.
That is for sure. Goodness, I felt bad for those
The last
guys.
time you were in Vegas was because I know you had to have gone there while you were still in the Marines.
No, I didn't go there
Really?
then. I went there. Yeah, 96. And then I think it was just 96. I don't think I was there in 97. So taught some classes
I was 12
there.
in 96, so I don't know. I definitely wasn't.
Yeah, 96 taught some precision rifle stuff. Later in the year in Vegas when it was like 9 million degrees. And
like
it
Satan's
was
butthole.
horrific. Yeah. You know what? I think it's cooler in Satan's butthole in Vegas in the summertime.
I don't know. Huggy,
Yeah, it
you're
was
on Ryder,
bad.
You tell me.
That's perfect.
Telling you,
Lord.
I just get beat the fuck up. Oh, I mean, I get
You
beat the
said
hell
one
up.
thing. I got pretty sure it's fine. We've said grinder like 37 times today.
I know. I'm like, and just for the record, so people know,
No, they don't care.
I do not
Just let
identify.
it live, man. It's fine.
I do not identify as that. Okay. Just
Listen, you don't need to say it, man. Just be proud. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I am proud that I do not identify as that. Okay.
Listen.
I just sitting there just taking the beat.
I think the lady doth protest too much, as Shakespeare would say.
Oh Lord.
This is why
Right.
That's why I love us, because we get along so well.
Man, don't put me in there. No, it's all good. I love you. I heart you too.
Yeah,
Okay.
see?
So, but there's a range day for SHOT Show, correct?
Yes.
But you have to get invited or something
Yes.
to that effect.
That is correct.
Okay, and we're not big. And by we, I mean Dave's podcast is not. We're not that big of a deal to get invited.
Definitely not.
Okay, so if anyone wants to listen to our podcast and have Dave go to SHOT Show next year and like 2023 and actually be able to go to Range Day, maybe start listening or tell your friends to listen to us so that we can actually have Dave go to the range and shoot things. So
There you go.
I'm not saying that this is a shameless plug to get more people to listen, but the only way you're going to get cool information about SHOT Show is to listen to my shameless plug.
There you go. But you know what? Hey,
it's a shameless
you
plug
might.
from
Scott might be able to invite you over
Bayo.
if he's taking his stuff over there.
Oh, sorry, from Accuracy International. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Scott Baio, is he even alive?
I don't even know where that came from.
Sorry.
So let's see here.
So yeah, listen to the show so that we can become popular and Dave can go do cool things like go to Range Day at SHOT Show.
You know, we've had like 50 guests on here.
We have had quite a few people.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, Casey, I want to say Casey was our first one.
Yes.
It was either her or the Canadians.
Oh, Casey was the
that's
first.
right.
Casey
No,
number one.
Casey,
You're number one in our hearts. So and Huggy and I have very big hearts.
All right, let's see. Yep. And she was episode 6, and Mike and Lise were 7. Episode 7.
Go. I mean, we had to have an American on first. That makes the most sense. Before we went international,
Right.
Our neighbors to the north.
I think I remember because we were all like so surprised at when Casey told us that this was her first match ever. And she's shooting at nationals, and we were like, "You're kidding, right?" And she's like, "No." And we were all like, "Wow."
I think the best part of that whole thing, aside from that, was she got bumped to open and was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, let it rip.
She was like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
Just fill up my mags and just start shooting stuff. And it was great. So now if we can just get her husband Chris to start shooting more regularly, that'd be even better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's our favorite Chris, but he's up there. He's at least number 2.
Because I'm one. I'm number 1.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
Chris?
you're on the show, so obviously you're number 1.
Okay. All right.
Although he's pretty funny. We could always have him on the show, too.
He is kind of funny.
Okay, so SHOT Show 4 days. And then that's in January. So are you're shooting matches before then though, aren't you? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, I plan on it, but probably not a major.
Oh, that's true.
My schedule just isn't conducive for that. So
The amazing work schedule that is.
yes. So
super great.
and I don't want to take off a whole lot of time just to go shoot a bunch of majors when I've got other stuff I need to take time off for. So
Right. Makes sense.
I mean, I would love to be able to go and just take time off to shoot the majors, but it wouldn't work out very well.
I
got
think
too
one
much
of
other
the
stuff I
things
have
that
to do.
we have to try to get to do is when Brian is at majors that you're at, is to do some clips with him at his super fancy van.
Say that again
So-
now?
You talking about
Conley,
Judah?
Brian.
Oh, Brian. Okay.
Yeah, Brian Conley, Hunters
Okay.
HD Gold. You know, he's got
Gotcha.
his fancy van
Yeah. Yeah.
where he can do episodes like podcasts and whatnot. And what's that? Whatever drink he drinks, Kona, whatever gold coffee. I can't remember what it's called.
Right, Kona Gold.
Yeah, that. But he's got his super fancy broadcast van.
Yes,
Basically.
he does.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got to get with him and be like, "Hey, where are you going to be and when?"
I think he should have his broadcast van so that we could do the podcast from the broadcast van.
That's what I just said.
I'm talking about us. Like, we need the van.
We're not going to rent the van.
No.
No, listen, don't get saucy with me right now. This is like when I get into arguments with my brother. We're saying this. We're on the same team. We're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to be like the Washington football team and argue on the sideline and
Yeah, we don't want
have
to do
fights.
that. Freaking garbage.
I know.
So, which superhero do you think was most popular? I just figured out how to search.
Oh. The problem is I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look because it would pop up on my screen too, wouldn't it? Like if you searched
Yes.
it. Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I have it open. Well, now I don't want to test the theory. I'll say Superman, although I don't think
Okay.
I'm right.
I'm gonna go with oh shit. Oh damn it.
You're not making it better. How does that make it better?
He makes it up with another cuss word.
Yeah.
That's like making up a miss with a miss.
No, it's like the first time my kid dropped the F bomb, and I was like, "Oh, F," and then he said it again. Like it didn't help. So I'm saying Superman, thinking that I am not correct, but I'm going to stick with Superman.
Okay.
For some odd reason, I want to say that if I recall correctly, I know I'm wrong, but I want somebody to say like Jesus was the like popular one.
Jesus was an answer.
No, but I think you're thinking the Bible was favorite book because a lot of people said that.
Okay.
But I'm sticking with Superman.
So it was Superman.
Yeah,
And
boy.
I knew it was somewhere between Superman and Spider-Man because he was the other one who got multiple answers. But
Yeah,
six
it was like
people said
Superman.
Superman.
Spider-Man and then like Iron Man, I think was the three closest, I think. I'm not actually sure, but I know that Iron Man was said a couple times.
Oh, you know what? Iron Man was second with 4.
Ooh, boom. Because that was going to be my
Spider-Man.
next guess. Yeah, that Iron Man was going to be my next guess.
You know, actually,
Okay.
I was disappointed because I thought like Wolverine was going to be up there and John Wick was going to be up there. I was kind of like,
I mean, is John Wick a superhero though?
he's a pretty
In my
superhero with a gun. Yeah.
I mean, I say that having said that my favorite superhero was the Punisher. So, and they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they don't have superpowers; they're just good at killing people.
It's true.
So, Huggy, that was Ben Campomanes. I think that's how I say his name. He was saying Underdog and the Punisher, but he didn't know if either one of them were superheroes.
Since this is your question, we're asking you for a ruling.
Yeah, that means you answer.
Yeah, he's yep.
I actually, I'm
acknowledging the statement.
yeah, I'm shaking my head, but I'm actually processing.
The commissioner
it.
is pondering the ruling.
And I might have to say, yeah, the Punisher is a superhero.
Hey, what about
Okay.
Underdog?
Underdog, he's a cartoon.
Okay.
Huggy, I don't know
Okay.
if you know this. All superheroes are cartoons.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's cartoon. Like the Punisher has.
Have you ever seen a comic book?
But I'm like, have you ever seen Underdog in a movie theater?
Yes,
No.
they have an Underdog movie.
Oh my god. See,
They-
apparently.
Look it up. Google it. I'm a Sankey Hunger this bad boy. Google it. It's on there. Underdog has the film.
Okay, hold on.
You are going to argue
do
with
believe
this
he
guy
is
about
correct.
movies?
Uh,
This is going to be an appetizer win for Leo right here.
Oh, it's like a real dog.
Oh, don't we feel real silly right now?
2007.
you know, what can I say? It was.
You could say, Leo, I'm really sorry that I was wrong, and I apologize for having questioned your knowledge on movies.
Oh, here you go. Underdog is a 2007 American superhero action comedy film based on the 1960s cartoon series of the same name.
Listen, man,
comedy.
It's okay to be
Comedy.
Okay to be wrong.
I'm okay with it. What the hell are you doing?
But
Are you geeking?
I had a
Are you
hair on my
geeking
nose.
out?
I had a hair on my nose. I was trying to get rid of it.
I'm like, he's sitting there going like this.
Listen. Don't distract from the fact that I was right.
Fine. You were right.
All right.
But Underdog is not a superhero.
The internet says it is so. The internet doesn't lie, Huggy.
Right.
We're gonna have to put this to a vote. I think the commissioner's wrong on this one.
I'm telling you, Underdog is not. The only person I would say that they call him the Underdog.
All superheroes started as cartoons. Superman started as a cartoon. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna drink my ginger ale quietly.
Underdog has no powers or anything. He just sits there and goes, "Okay."
He's a dog that can fly.
I mean, but he's just a.
He's just a talking dog that can fly.
Right, Doug.
Doug.
Oh, Doug from Up. He had a collar though. Underdog doesn't need no collar. I can't believe we're arguing about this right now. I'm so upset.
No, I'm like, can we go on?
Yeah.
I'm legitimately angry about this, but okay.
All right. So we'll get back to the list.
Okay.
But something popped up while we were listening to your heated discussion. And I don't know why looking at the list made me think of it, but I mean, we did have a changing of the guard in Carry Optics this year.
Oh, yes. It was not Maximus Michel.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
He didn't even make it to the podium. So
yeah, that's kind of big. We should probably talk about that.
that was huge. And next year, I have a feeling that it's going to be a very stacked field once again on that super squad. So,
Because he wasn't even top 10, was he?
yeah, he was fourth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, I'm like, did he want that bullseye off his back? You know what I mean? He's like,
I don't think that
He didn't
Max
lose on
goes
purpose.
I don't think he goes in thinking
no. I'm like, I don't think he lost on purpose, but I don't think he threw it purposely threw it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he went in there. Like, I think he went in there wanting to win. Like, I don't think there was anything in his mind other than I want to win, and then just things happen because things happen.
Right.
But I don't think he's the kind of guy that ever goes in not thinking that he's going to perform his best and not wanting to be on the podium.
Exactly.
Like, that dude prepares and prepares and prepares.
Yeah, I think sometimes once you you said it's almost like once you start going downhill and it starts sliding, it's like I don't know if you can make it up. You know,
I mean, but he did it Nationals last year.
You keep fighting, but it's like once you start going down that hill, sliding down that hill, sometimes if you can't stop that slide, it just keeps going, you know.
Gravity, man.
All right. So October 25th, he posted something on Instagram. And basically it was 6 years. 6 years of being undefeated and being the only shooter to ever win the Carry Optics National Championship has come to an end. He talks about losing. It never feels good to lose. and winning can make you complacent, and losing will relight that fire. I'm not done, not even close. So promises to be a better version of himself in 2022. So it'll be interesting. And then he goes on to say at the very end, congrats to my lifetime friend and brother from another mother, JJ Ricazza. Welcome to the club. Just you and I have ever held that trophy. Let's keep it that way. So he's definitely not done. He's definitely coming back harder than ever. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I know he was really focused on the world shoot too. So I don't know if maybe that had something to do with it as well.
Well, that was also in that post. I just skipped over.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking about that at one point.
Yeah.
But like us, not like us and Max, obviously, but
seems like everybody we've talked to, though, nobody has a lot of confidence in the fact that world shoot's going to happen.
A lot of people are getting ready for it, but nobody's like, yeah, we're definitely going, you know.
I mean, even Mason, was like, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was JJ, and then who were 2 and 3?
All right, so JJ, and then Daji Zhang, John Vlieger, then Max, then Mason, then Nils, then Phil, and then Wanzik was 10, Garen Singleton was 8, Brantley Merriam was 9, Matt Hempel was 11. Good for him.
That's awesome.
He's an area 8 shooter. Yeah.
That's a strong finish.
Yeah, real strong. So you had Shannon Smith at 14. Sean Griffith, who we had on, he was 18th. Very good.
Yeah, if you're finishing top 20, anything really above 50 is impressive, but top 20 and up.
Well, and we talked about that in particular this year because there were so many high-level shooters.
Yeah.
A top 20 is like being in a top 10 any other year.
Well, and that's the big thing.
So,
like, if you listen to all those names you just rattled off, like, none of them is a slouch.
None.
At all.
Yeah, none.
Like, it's not like some rando, Chris Gann or Dave Riddle or Leo Teller, like, out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, no one that you've never even heard of. Like, these are all high-performing shooters.
People have heard of me.
I was disappointed Jason Bradley wasn't there. I would have liked to have seen where he
that would have been cool.
In that mix. Yeah.
Oh, but that was JJ and Justine did that champion dance on her Instagram. Right? Yeah. I remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yep.
JJ's a very good dancer.
It'll be interesting next year to see how many of them come back and compete carry optics again.
Well, like you're saying,
JJ will.
Stacked. Yeah. Oh, how can you not defend or at the very least try to defend your title?
Yeah, and then you still have a month to prepare for open.
Right.
Because he's going to shoot open again. So it actually, I think, works out in a way with the scheduling because they can all go down and shoot it.
Yeah.
Yep. And then still have time to prepare for either limited or open or production, whatever they're going to shoot a month later. So
I think you'll see a lot of like those. So people that shoot, like you're saying, either that not necessarily primarily shoot carry optic, but are, big either production or open shooters that wouldn't normally shoot carry optic that are going to be going, that are big names that are going to be going and shooting carry optic because they still have that opportunity to shoot their nationals. So I think it's gonna make it really interesting.
Yeah, because they're showing carry optics starting September 7th, but like I said, the 7th and the 8th will be the staff shoot, and they're showing October 11th being the start of what is it called? Open Limited PCC Production Nationals. Holy cow, that's a lot. In October, starting on October 11th. So I don't know how many days will be the staff shoot. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on, let me back up. I do know that.
Wait one. Huggy, what are you contemplating while he's looking at that?
I was just thinking about something about.
It's going to be a 3-day staff shoot because it's a 4-day match. So looks like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will be nationals, with the 11th, 12th, and 13th being the staff shoot. So that's a long, that's a full week of shooting.
Well, how many days is the other one? I mean, limited,
Which other one?
PCC, open, and production. That's a lot.
Yeah, open, limited, PCC, and production. So there's 4. Yep.
That's a lot of people.
It is. And I'm wondering, though, with the fact that it's a 4-day shoot, I don't know if that's going to change the numbers at all. You know, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's. I wonder if, like, kind of like we said before, where people will shoot Chariot and then they'll be like, well, now I can shoot something else. So I wonder if that number is going to be even bigger than it normally would be, because now Chariot shooters have the opportunity, like people that would otherwise just be shooting Chariot, now they can be like, oh, I'll shoot PCC, or I'll shoot production, or I'll shoot whatever. And I wonder if that's going to throw the numbers off.
Well, but what I'm wondering, though, is what is the limit of competitors?
Right, what's the cap? Yeah.
Right.
Dude,
so let's say it's 500. If it's 500, that's only 125 people per division.
That doesn't seem.
That's like not a lot. And then with Chariot, you would have 500 people for one division.
That's what I'm saying. And I get that,
that's
like,
huge.
When you break the divisions down, Chariot is the biggest one. But it's not like open is that,
Open's a big one.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as though open is significantly smaller, or even like limited's still a pretty big division, isn't it?
Yeah, if you broke it down by numbers, it would be open would be the most popular of those, then limited, then PCC, then production, exactly in the order that it's listed. So I don't know if you go, we'll allow, I don't know, 175 open shooters and 150 limited and 125 PCC and 100 production. I mean, I don't know.
If you limit it to, like you say, if it's Chariot is going to be 500 people, like those 4 divisions, like you said, they can only have so many people in each one. So it'll be interesting.
For sure.
It will be interesting.
Uh-oh. Boom. Hey, Colonel.
Hey,
guys.
How are we doing?
Good.
Good.
Sorry, no frills tonight. I'm on leave in Texas right now, and I got your email the other night, and then I don't have like earbuds or fancy microphone or anything like that. So hopefully this looks and sounds okay.
The upside is you sound great. The downside is there's no T1000, but it's fine.
That's true. Yeah. Although that T1000 actually sat here at my parents' house for about 4 or 5 months after I bought it, and then I had to make a trip down from Virginia.
Because you have very cool parents.
Yeah,
obviously.
The best. So happy New Year, or wishing you a happy New Year, I should say.
Thank you much. I hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you enjoyed Jesus' birthday or Hanukkah or whatever. Kwanzaa. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, whatever it is that you so choose to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm aware of Festivus, but I've never seen an episode, and I just recently started watching all of Seinfeld on Netflix, so I hope to get to that eventually so I can...
Oh, you missed it. We already aired our grievances.
Oh, yeah, I do know about that, yes.
Yeah, we definitely started with that. That got pretty heated. Yeah. Oh, actually, since you're here, and before we get to actual shooting, do you think Underdog is a superhero?
Ooh. Underdog. It's from the 60s, right? Like it's been a minute since.
All right, already he's on the right track.
Yeah, I can picture Underdog in my head. Yeah, I mean, I guess you in the greater sphere of superheroes, you could classify Underdog as a superhero. I'll give you that.
I think we have a new commissioner on superhero status.
I mean, we're the definition, today, I mean, there's so many characters you could classify as a superhero. I think you could call Underdog that, but
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
And Huggy, you can go to the green room now if you feel like it.
No.
Holy mackerel. Ah, there he is. All right, cool. We've got a new co-host on the show. So aside from being on leave, how are things?
It's good. Things are going really well. That night match that I ran, I think 2 weeks after we last spoke, that was fantastic. That was so
Awesome.
amazing. I had to pace myself as far as I couldn't go as fast as I wanted because it was pitch black and the ground out there had just tons of roots. So I kept picturing in my head that I was going to break an ankle or something like that. But fortunately, I didn't. And because I didn't, it was a great time.
Small victories. Not breaking an ankle is a good thing.
Yeah. And they let me shoot on burst, which was pretty exciting and paid off on one of the stages because it was all paper targets in one of the stages. And I said, hey, can I do this? And they're like, we don't care. And they didn't want me to shoot. Well, they said it'd be difficult if I shot full auto on the steel targets, which I understand it'd be hard for them to grade. But for the paper targets, when I had to get 2 hits each time, I mean, that saved me at least a good second or two.
That's awesome.
Fun.
Now, did you catch yourself? I always noted when I was having to move like that or run, and it was nighttime, that I would exaggerate my foot lift. Did you catch yourself doing that?
No, in fact, my stride got shorter because I was less sure of some of the ground, so I didn't want to do these like big gallop strides because at one point too, I could really feel like roots in the ground catching my feet. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So let me just kind of slow it down for a second. And then there was some creeks, and then you had to go through like a tunnel and a ravine, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I always caught myself like high stepping. Huggy, who was the San Francisco running back who high stepped when he ran? What was his name?
Jerry
He was
Rice?
back in the day with Steve Young and them.
Oh God.
I can't think of his name, but anyway, that's who.
Gore. Frank
No,
Gore?
no. He's still. This is like back in the early 90s. Anyway, that's what I ended up. I always found at night when I was running, I would always like almost high step so I wouldn't trip over things.
Hey, Dave, we had spoken about, just to change gears for a second, after we did the show, I started remembering some other things that I didn't bring up. And I'll just throw out a few tidbits because I know you probably get other people that are calling in. But when I was in Europe, I got to visit both the Heckler & Koch factory in Obendorf am Neckar, and also the FN factory in Herstal, Belgium. And those were really fun opportunities, very special, and just some interesting tidbits about the HK factory. The children that live, I say children, the teenagers, the high school kids that live in that town, like they can go work there in the summer as a summer job, which is that's kind of interesting. And the company there specifically looks for people that aren't interested in guns to work there, which I thought was kind of bizarre. And they said that they started developing that policy because I guess years ago, some guy had been taking bit by bit enough pieces to build an MG3 at home. And they weren't happy with that. So, yeah. So,
I mean, people don't care about guns. They're not going to steal your stuff.
Yeah. But it's just kind of a weird idea that you have this well-renowned gun company, but the people that work there could really care less about what they're producing. I mean, they have
for them. It's like, oh, we're making a clock. I don't really care. It's nice. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. But they're not shooters, and that was just a really, really strange idea to me. And,
I mean, them Germans come up with pretty decent ideas though, because they're like, oh, how we are missing the widgets and the bulbs for this. I don't know what happened. Where did it go?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're like, why does Unkov have this gun at his house?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Unkov.
I couldn't think of a German name, Klaus or whatever. I don't know.
Oh Lord.
That's the only German name I know. I got to be honest. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and Hans Gruber.
Yeah,
Right?
this Hans and Franz. Yeah.
Yeah, Hans Gruber for sure.
So then, FN, how did you get to go there?
So same way I went to H&K. I just told them that I was on the Air Force shooting team and I was based in Europe and I'd love to have a visit to the factory sometime. They're like, oh, sure. Yeah, come on down. And so just went there. And the second or third time I went to FN, I actually even brought my dad along, and that was great for him. He really loved just being able to see it because they have the Browning custom shop inside the FN facility, and that's a really neat place to be, because some of the engraving work, it's stuff that I would never be able to afford, or really that style of, like, you know, like shotguns and rifles and things that have all the sorts of ornate decoration and stuff on them. That's interesting, but it's just not really something that I would necessarily buy, even if I had the money. But the craftsmanship was incredible, and that was very neat to see up close. And I got a feeling that, and I know this for the people I know from FN, that they are shooters, a lot of them, and they have an interest in guns. And the office that John Browning died in is still at that facility, and they apparently haven't touched it since he left, or since he died, and or they've, you know, preserved how it looked, you know, back at that time.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it could be that creepy where there's just cobwebs everywhere, or like they actually kept it like nice.
Yeah, I think they kept it nice. That's
Okay.
the thing, or that's the takeaway, is that
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that
That's
room,
pretty
but they
awesome.
were just telling me about it, that you know, it's still preserved.
God, that's
from that
really
time.
cool.
So it's
Be like a
cool.
museum.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They also, on their factory floor, they have the bicycle that was made, because at one point during the war, they weren't making guns, or actually they were, I guess, making a little bit of everything, as it was, and they for a while had bicycles, and I guess those particular bicycles command quite a premium now, just because of the heritage of them. But that was kind of an unusual thing, just to walk in this, you know, factory floor and you see a big bicycle.
That's pretty awesome.
That would definitely be different for sure.
Yeah. And
Because FN has made some really, really good firearms, like in their
Yes.
history, like that are still used, like by pretty big superpowers.
absolutely, yeah.
So
And my first time I went there, they actually took me in a room, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's the guy that created the P90 series and several other famous guns from FN. And I was talking to him, and they're like, "Hey, we want to show you the SCAR." And this is before, like, the SCAR was really well known. Like, I'd seen like a brochure on it that SOCOM, or they were using to like attract SOCOM back for the tender back in the day. But I'd never seen one in person. And they're like, "We're going to show it to you." And I walk in this room, and I'm like waiting, and like two guys walk in with it. I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool." So I got to see one of the early production SCARs. That was a
Wow.
fun feeling. I mean, that was 2004, 2005 time frame. So that was neat.
You're going to have to, we have an episode coming out here in the new year where someone had guns confiscated in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you have to listen to that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to say who, because I don't want to give it away, but yeah, very interesting. And the guns are still there. So
Yeah. You know, when I was there too, I shot with a guy that from the Netherlands that he later became a coach for the Dutch Olympic team. And he was doing high power in the Netherlands, which I found fascinating. I'm like, "You can have AR-15s in the Netherlands?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, we have, you know, folks that are interested in doing that." And he said the permit process was about like what it was in any other country at that time. It was for applying, and you got to wait and all that. But yeah, that was unusual for me just to hear, because I was around so many people that were doing like these Olympic calibers, and to find out someone had an AR-15 in the Netherlands, that was. Now I don't know if, you know, that was over a decade ago, so I don't know if the laws have changed and they can
Right.
still do that, but I'd like to think that they probably can still do that to some degree there.
we could hope.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Huggy Bear, do you have any questions? I know you weren't on the episode when I was on, but they kept talking about you.
Well, we've talked about him a bunch today too. So
Yeah,
And I referenced the
I'm
ROTC.
gonna tell you right now, they have rode me into the ground today,
well,
in more ways than one.
I don't.
And
know,
I
don't
was
know
just
if
gonna
that's-
say that.
I don't know if that's
I
the
don't know.
language you necessarily want to use, but
Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm telling you right now.
well, because you
I
were
am
both in Europe. I think that's the biggest thing that you guys have in common is that you were both in Europe for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's right.
I was over in Germany in Frankfurt, but I was there to play American football back in the 90s, well, mid 90s. So I was there when it was called the World League, and was hoping to get signed or make it into the NFL.
Right.
So I was over there. I played for the Frankfurt Galaxy, and it was actually fun. I had a great time. I enjoyed it over there. I loved it. Learned a lot of things that we definitely can't do here in the States. I'm like, yep, might as well enjoy it now because I'll know I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's what 90% of the military has said overseas.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, I actually, I'm sorry that I missed you and everything of that nature. You answered one of the biggest questions because the showdown that Leo and I was having, I still don't agree that Underdog is a superhero.
Huggy, you're not a guest on the show. You don't get to have another opinion. It's done. It's too bad.
See?
Sorry.
See?
He's a guest.
See?
Superseded.
Can't win.
You win. Sorry, man.
So, but no, I'm sorry I missed you and everything, but I hope that maybe this year maybe I can run into you somewhere. I don't know. Dave and I were just talking about our schedules are going to be so crazy this year of trying to get out to shoot and everything like that with our work schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that rolls out, but definitely I'm gonna try to shoot for nationals. And maybe we can.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Usually that's Leo catching that, but he kind of must have.
I was in the middle
you.
of a burp, and I didn't want to be like, so. I was trying to be
That's okay.
polite.
That's okay. You were living vicariously through him. And I was like,
Yeah.
see,
I'm not saying there's a reason that he was one of my favorite interviews, but I just wanted to know if you'd picked up any new M&Ps or anything like that.
I don't have any MMPs, but I do have a Bren 2 MS that I just picked up.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm going to assume that it is not at your parents' house.
It's not. I don't have something to show you this way. So.
I feel like you had a whole day to figure this part out.
I'm
a little disappointed. I got to be honest. Given
the
the logistical things that you have been able to overcome, this feels like it was easily accomplished. Maybe not a lot of effort. It's fine.
Yeah.
But so when did you get that?
Oh, I got that last week.
Oh,
So I haven't shot it or anything. And in fact, what was really strange was it didn't have a manual with it. And I didn't notice that the first day. And the second day, I'm like looking at it again. It's got the 2 mags and everything. And I'm like, this doesn't have a manual. That just seems really strange from a liability perspective, right? Like we're so lawyer conscious in America. Like, be a manual in this thing. And then I reached out to another buddy that had bought one a few months ago from the same dealer. And he's like, mine didn't have a manual with it either. So then I reached back to a guy I know who works at CZ, and he's like, no, those should have come with manuals. That's normally a thing. So my buddy and I were trying to scratch our heads like, what is this dealer doing with the manuals? Like, is he?
Did you buy a knockoff?
Right. Well, that was a question my buddy at CZ asked. He's like, did you buy this?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's brand new. So he's going to get me some manuals here in a few weeks. And actually, this is a great point or a great moment to ask you guys a question for the new year, since Huggy Bear mentioned places to see each other. Do you think SHOT Show is going to happen?
Yes.
I mean, it better happen
because I'm going, so it's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I will be there.
But I'm very curious now. We're kind of at that moment.
I know. I think that I feel more concerned about getting the flight out there than I do anything else.
Yeah, true.
So
I'm gonna let Dave borrow one of my travel cases that has like all my 2A stuff on it, just to really mess with like the airline, just so they can be like, we need to watch that guy right there.
Yeah, you'll lose your case.
I'm not genuinely, I'm genuinely hoping that it happens because Dave is our representative going. So if it doesn't happen, it's gonna be slightly inconvenient.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best, but
So where are you going to be? Are you going to be at a booth, or are you just walking around checking everything out?
Just walking around, checking everything out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to shoot you a message then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll try to link up.
Go out to a nice steak dinner.
Yeah.
take a picture of it, be like, these are the appetizers we got. Just so I can be like, oh, I couldn't afford those, so I better not lose the Huggy anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Leo,
see-
it's like, oh, sorry.
But see, the out there, I mean, you guys could go to those like nice buffets, and man, they're not that expensive.
I don't know if they're doing buffets right now though under COVID. I don't know how that's working. I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
I don't know
Man,
either.
COVID
Vegas
ruins
is-
everything.
Yeah,
It does.
Is your wife going with you or just you?
it's just gonna be me. Actually, it'll be me and a colleague. So, yeah,
You're going under the military brand?
yes. Well,
That's what I thought.
actually, no. My office can't afford it right now, so I have leave to burn. So I'm going there in my own capacity. I guess somewhere under that banner, but they're not paying for it.
Right, I got you. You're paying the way, but you're using your ID to get you there.
Right.
Oh, so
Okay,
just,
yeah.
so just like
They
being on the
benefit
shooting
you.
team is you're covering everything, but you get to
Hey, absolutely.
That'll be fun though. Well, hopefully it does happen so that you guys can, do some reconnoitering.
Now, is your 2022 going to end the way we had talked on the podcast?
Oh, I'm still planning to retire. Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the
All righty.
horizon. So this might be my last shot show for some time. We'll see.
This is everybody's
This-
jealousy face.
My first one in 25 years.
Holy moly.
Last one I went to was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I know I don't look that old, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
If you haven't been in 25 years, I went in 96 with my dad back when they had it in Dallas years ago. And
That's the one I went to.
oh, okay. Well, I was there as a teenager.
Were you that tall?
Yeah. In fact, I'll never. You remember that Barrett had a test? It was M82 test gun set up to where you could shoot it, and it had like pneumatics built into it to simulate the experience of shooting a real Barrett. I thought that was so cool. But then I went again in 2015, and that was an incredible experience to have like that big long gap from like what I remembered from when I was a teenager to now as an adult. And I can only imagine for you, if you haven't been in 25 years or you haven't been since the 96 show, how spectacular it's going to be for you.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's going to be completely brand new to me. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
maybe
be
you two.
interesting.
Maybe you two can go over to the Wynn and have dinner there.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm assuming this is a casino/hotel.
Oh, it's like the Wynn. It's like Mr. Wynn, the dude that like pretty much built Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
he
was
has
like-
a hotel.
Sorry, I wasn't alive when Vegas got built because I'm not. old like
none
you.
of us were.
I mean, Huggy might be.
No, I wasn't. But Steve Wynn,
No.
that dude, nah. He is like, if you like watch Ocean's 11, basically he's the guy that, Ocean 11 that
He's
runs the
Andy
casino.
Garcia, but not
Right.
Hispanic.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, why
that's
didn't you
Steve
say
Wynn.
that to begin with? Now I know what you're talking about.
All right.
Okay.
That's him.
Let's lead off with Andy Garcia and Ocean's 11. I've been like, oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay. There you
Hey,
go.
Leo, my parting comment for you, because you mentioned about how you're going to tease Dave and put like 2A stickers all over his luggage and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It dawned on me recently that if you do travel with a firearm, it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw an air tag or a tile in that box so that if that thing goes missing, you can tell the airport exactly where, or the airline exactly where it is.
I said that before.
Some dude's house.
Yeah.
Right.
Or in Amsterdam.
Or Amsterdam.
That's actually, what's really funny? I told my wife I wanted to get some of those, and she's like, "For what?" And I'm like, "I wasn't going to put it in your car."
Where?
So she's like, "And cancel that order on Amazon." I'm like, "All right, cool. Well, forget it."
No, I
But now I
thought
can have a perfect excuse.
I thought the same thing. Those tiles are perfect. They're great because the one thing with the airlines now, if you lose your luggage, it ends up going to I think Alabama, and it goes
Whatever
to some.
the hub is for that airline, I think, isn't it?
No, there's a place in Alabama where they just like if you lose your luggage and you
Lost luggage
then
warehouse.
yeah, it's like you sign off on it and say that they accept the money, if they ever find it, they're like, oh, well, he took the money and they ship it to this place down in Alabama and they resell it. So you go to this place and it's like a huge department store and you'd be like, oh, wow, that looks like and you could say, that's my initials.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, sorry, you took the money and we're selling this and making money off back, from you. So, but yeah, like you
TSA
said,
does the same thing when they confiscate your stuff.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
I'm gonna maybe not ask you that. Feels like
Yeah,
a sensitive
I'm
subject.
still bitter. 11 years later, I am bitter.
Hey, at least it's not in Amsterdam.
Oh,
Right.
true.
and somebody else is using your item, running around going like,
Okay.
oh, this is great.
I do
You
have
guys-
a question before you leave, though.
Sure.
Do you have any new memorabilia that I should be jealous of?
Yes.
I feel like I shouldn't have asked this question now.
So I have,
I feel like I immediately regret this question.
this took about 3 years to produce, or I pre-ordered it 3 years ago and it finally arrived. It's the arm from Terminator 2, the endoskeleton arm, like in the case,
Oh,
and then the
No
little chip
way.
as well, like in its proper case. But and those have been done to some extent before by other companies. But what makes this one particularly special is that the arm, you can actually activate it and it'll move inside the case like this, and it's pretty
Wow.
I should have joined the Air Force, man.
cool.
Well, A, I should have gone to
Wow.
college. B, then
Well,
I'm
you
gonna-
did go to college. You should have stayed in college.
Yeah, I should have stayed. I should have graduated with an actual degree.
And I got a fertility idol, a custom-made fertility idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, the little gold guy.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Question: do you have the accompanying sandbag?
Of course, you can't pick it up without the sandbag.
There you go.
And then a buddy of mine's like, hey, on Etsy, you can get a really cool base for that for just a few bucks. And I went on Etsy and I found like this cool little base this guy sells that matches it perfectly. And he even gives you like a little pack of moss to make it look like it's, from the jungle or whatever. And that was a cool addition to it. So, yeah, I've got that set up. And of course, I put a requisite Santa hat on the fertility idol for Christmas.
That's awesome. See, like I'm
Wow.
super happy I asked this question, and I'm also really sad for my own life right now. I feel like I was born under
Wow.
a bad sign, or I just made really poor decisions in my life. I love you, baby. As my wife and kids are asleep upstairs, who I love dearly, but that's no fertility idol from Indiana Jones. I mean, thankfully, come to think of it, thankfully I didn't have one because I have more than 2 kids and I'd be really poor.
Yeah, true. But hopefully,
I mean, the
one
back
day
wall
when
doesn't
you
help
get
any,
old and
but-
senile, they'll be there to take care of you.
What's really funny? That's actually why my parents told me they had so many kids.
At least
Because
one
they
of them's
said,
gotta stick around.
statistically speaking, one of you is going to do well and take
Yep.
care of us when we're getting ready to die. And I'm like, glad it wasn't me. 0 retirement responsibilities for my parents. Yep, that's what my other siblings get for going to college and becoming doctors. Dummies. Oh, Dave's
Okay.
mini horse decided to get on.
I'm gonna get
Well,
on.
thank you, sir.
Pass on. Have a happy New Year.
Same to you. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
And hopefully we see you before you retire, but either way, congratulations.
Yes.
Hope to see you next month.
Yeah, hope to see you out there on the show. Fingers crossed.
All right,
All
sir. Take it
Easy,
easy.
guys. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
That was fun.
Man, I'm so jealous right now. I can't he's got a
Wow.
shot show. He's got a fertility idol. He got a new gun. Whew. Man, I should have joined. the
Not
Air
just
Force.
any gun.
Well,
a
that's
Bren.
fair. Yeah.
So,
Which how many people can actually say they have one of those?
not me.
I don't.
You see the comments down there? There you go.
That's pretty funny. Optimus GPS. I do like this though. Your background gives me the feels good. You're welcome. James.
Hashtag jelly. That's funny.
I do like this. Optimus GPS trackers are $20 a month.
I don't even know.
It's funny. I've actually started writing this stuff down for when I have to fly with my pistol. I've never. Have either of you flown with a rifle? And is it different than flying with a pistol? Aside from the size of the case, obviously.
Well, I have. However, I don't know that I am a good.
That was that with the military?
Yeah, it was. But it was. We did it on civilian aircraft,
Right.
but it was still military. So
Right.
we obviously didn't get treated the same way. So like $40 for Optimus 2.0 portable GPS tracker at Walmart.
Ooh,
The
what?
the 3.0 is $50. I don't know what the.
I got to be honest. I mean, that's the kind of thing that splurging on that extra, $30 is probably a good idea if it saves you from losing a few $1,000s worth of gear.
Right.
Yeah, you just got real focus weird.
Fuzzy. Yeah, I was like, I haven't been drinking. Why is it so fuzzy?
Thank you, Jane. I have written that down, and I will be sure to look into that further.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That way,
Yeah, it is.
yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, after hearing our stories from our friends who have lost pistols.
I mean, we don't even need we didn't have a big sample size. It's not as though we asked hundreds of people. Of the people that have traveled and shot internationally, a bunch of them have gotten equipment either misplaced or stolen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So interesting. I mean, you download the app and then you can track it.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely like that. That's pretty wild.
Jane, I'm sending you a digital high five right now.
Yeah. I think we all are.
Yeah.
4G SIM card included. Huh.
Just to be very clear, Walmart is not a sponsor. Just want to put that
For
out
sure.
Yeah.
If they were, my groceries would be way less expensive.
Battery life up to 2 weeks, reporting frequency at 1 minute.
Get out of here. That's a solid deal.
Yeah.
That is solid. And it covers the US and Canada. So there you go.
Canada, huh? That'd be great for the Canadians.
And it works on Google Maps. So shoot, easy day.
Sweet.
Speed monitoring, history reports, all kinds of stuff. Lifetime warranty. Wow.
Well,
Not
I know
too
what I'm
shabby.
getting myself for my birthday this year.
Yep. And that's only $39.95, huh?
That one was, yep. So, and subscription, just like Jane was saying, $20 a month. So, I mean, you could buy it, do a month subscription, and then cancel the subscription and then wait till you travel again and do it again. Or at least I assume you could do that. So,
Kind of like the
cool.
track phone.
Yeah. All right.
Come on, Leo.
Sorry.
Come on, Leo.
Now all I can think of is the jitterbug.
Jitterbug. It's a catchy tune.
Yeah, jitterbug. The phone.
Oh, the phone. I knew exactly.
Sorry, that's like as soon as you said that, all I could think about was jitterbug with the big old numbers on it.
For the old people, Huggy.
I knew what he was talking about. Trust me.
I wasn't going to say anything, but then you said, go ahead, Leo. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So that's
There
the
you go.
2.0?
Yeah, that one's the 2.0.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's check out the 3.0. It's an extra $10. Looks like the same thing, a little bit bigger. Same
So,
$20.
Yeah, but if you're putting it in your case, I mean, it's not like it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm just kind
Right.
of curious on the size of that versus the size of the tile. Because
the tile's significantly smaller, but the tile only has tile has a limited range and battery life. I mean, comparatively speaking, I would think 2 weeks versus like a couple hours.
Now, what was the name of the tile? What was that?
It's just a tile.
Yeah, it's
Literally TILE.
Yeah. Tile.
I think it's like
GPS
tile
system.
GPS. Yeah, whatever. How you
Yeah,
just said.
I just typed in tile GPS tracker. There we go.
And they've got like two different sizes.
You see that flicker?
It's not just Dave. I'm having it too. I think our houses are connected now.
Yeah, that was weird, dude. I saw
Yeah.
my actual lamps flickered. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. That was same here.
wow. All right, so we'll just click on this one for now and add that. Oop. So there's your pricing. Let's just we'll click on the mate. It's the cheapest one. Okay, maybe not. Hello?
Hello.
Is anybody there?
Ooh, limited edition comes in green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
That's nice.
I'd like to read a little more about it, but it doesn't want me to.
Click on the one
Okay.
pack. What did it do?
That's what I
What'd
did.
it do?
Nothing. I'm clicking
Nothing.
on it. Yeah, I
Huh.
clicked on mate. I clicked on the tile.
G'day, mate.
Maybe I wonder if it's because it's out of stock. Nope, because that's not doing it either. Very weird.
I wonder if because you're in the share menu. I wonder if you take it out of the screen there.
No, that shouldn't matter.
Nope.
Here we go. That's what I had to do. I had to click on products.
Okay.
It's only Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I'm like. It's not, the range is very limited.
Yeah, that sucks.
76 meters or 250 feet. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's not far.
Nope. All right, that's out.
Nope. Done.
Yep, looks like the Optimus Prime wins.
Exactly.
I mean,
Roll out.
that Joker, that dude always wins. All right, again, not a sponsor, but Jane Doe, thank you very much for giving us that one because it's definitely better than a tile.
Yeah.
Yes,
But-
absolutely.
Shout out.
But I
to
will
Jane.
say, Optimus got his butt kicked by Megatron.
We're about to get into a superhero argument again, and I don't want that to happen.
I'm not calling him a superhero. I'm just saying.
Did I ever
Megatron.
tell you the Chuck Norris joke about Optimus Prime?
No.
And we might have to do this not on live. It's actually kind of inappropriate.
Oh.
It's Chuck Norris and a nun on a bus.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
Go.
So-
Go.
So
Go.
we're gonna save that for after.
We'll do that for the
Either
Is that
way,
like
Chuck
the-
Norris is Optimus Prime's dad. Just gonna put that out there. That's the punchline of the joke.
Is this like casual shooter after dark?
That might be like after dark. But anyway, all right, cool. Well, yeah. Now I just learned something.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Thanks
only
to Jane.
flown with a pistol once, and that was when I went to nationals by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was that one time because that was when I had asked you. That was what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
2 years ago,
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2019. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say I am super glad I showed up early to the airport because TSA was dragging their feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got there for usually for a domestic flight, you're not showing up 2 hours early. Because it's domestic. You're like, oh, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad I got there 2 hours early because TSA took forever and a day. And
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
definitely
"What's
got
this?"
there.
I'm like, it's shampoo. Like, calm down. Like, you don't need to worry about my shampoo. It's not going to explode.
Well, and that's only if it's your carry-on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was like that was in. So all my stuff. So I had like my shampoo and my toothbrush and my deodorant in a bag, which just happened to be in my check luggage, and it was exactly 50 pounds. But that was like where my gun bag was, my gun belt, and my gun case were all in that one check bag. And then I had like my carry-on, had my clothes.
See, I still don't know how I would fit my shooting cart in my luggage, so I can't fly to a match.
Oh, that is true. I did not have my cart with me. I just walked around with everything.
Yeah. I don't know that I would be.
That was inconvenient. I will say that.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
driving
enjoy that.
places, yeah, that is a plus to driving places is that you can take all of that, ancillary stuff, but that ends up not being ancillary like your shooting cart.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting if they move carry optics in 2023. Because then
The one out to Colorado.
yeah, because I don't think I think a 2-day drive is okay. It adds an extra day there and back. Or like if we were to carpool together, then we can just keep flipping off and driving. We don't have to stop.
Right.
But
yeah.
Colorado's out there a ways.
Yeah, that's the drive though.
Yeah, it is.
And it's oh god, where is it in Colorado? Like it's at altitude in Colorado.
Yeah,
Grand Junction.
Grand Junction, right? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's not like that's up.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Junction, Colorado. Yeah, the elevation's mile high as well. Directions from home.
I'm not saying we need to worry about like hape or haste, but I don't know if my body frame is really built for that much altitude without a couple days worth of acclimatization.
Right.
It's 29-hour drive from here.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
So you're looking at 3 days of 10 hours of driving, you know?
Oh god. Yeah, that's
So let's say if the match started on a Friday, you'd have to leave on Monday. And then I'd probably drive 12 hours each day, Monday and Tuesday, so that I had a shorter drive to get there on Wednesday, so I'd still have time to go look at
right.
the stages.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I would definitely want to shoot afternoon of day one, not morning.
Well, and if you're driving, even just if you're driving with, let's just say 2 people. So like if we were to take the Focus again or whatever, right? Like that's a lot of stuff. And then if it's like just say hypothetically all 3 of us, like at that point now you have to take either the Jeep or take my truck or like
SUV or larger.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking camper.
I got to be honest, man. I got to.
That's going to add more time to your driving.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can only go like 45 miles an hour with that thing.
Oh, not the new ones. The new ones today, they get up and move.
Yeah.
Are you talking RV? Are you talking Phil Strader?
Yes.
Oh, when you said camper,
okay.
I'm thinking pull along camper.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
you got to be specific.
That's called a travel trailer.
Listen.
No, we called it a camper too.
We thought it was a camper.
Sorry.
We're not all as classy as you, knowing the lingo of traveling into your house. So
I've never heard an RV called a camper.
Yeah, it's getting real judgy down here, buddy. I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't love to share. Let's be like being at work, like back in operations, being at work with you guys for a whole week of sleeping in a confined space with 2 other dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could
that's
be
sausage wagon.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm changing my mind.
You think about that.
That was easy.
These 3 guys eating food and being in a small tube traveling down the road for more than 1 day. Just think about that. Listen, I am willing to give it a shot. However, we're traveling with the windows open. Some cross breeze.
There you go.
I will tell you this. I was out in Vegas with one of our work colleagues, and we were in a van. And I will tell you right now, he just let it go in that van. And I will tell you, it was the first time I've ever been in Vegas, rolling down the highway with both the side doors open. Okay, in this van. It was that bad. And people were looking at us in the van, and they knew exactly what happened because they were laughing. Because I was like, oh, my God, this dude just blew us out of this van.
Just hotboxing your buddy, man. That's not cool. Yeah. Listen, I've been in a medic unit with a vegetarian when they let one loose, and I thought I was going to die because they were driving and I didn't have control of my window.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you.
Funny to leave the window up, and I was like,
tell you right now, same thing happened to me, and I'm going to call him out, and I hope he's listening. But JT Wilson did that to me, and I'm going to tell you right now, I thought I was going to die.
Well,
and
when I see him at work, I'll tell him to listen to this episode.
And he was laughing so hard that I thought he was just going to just die.
Shout out to JT Wilson.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Not a
hotboxing.
sponsor.
No, definitely not a sponsor.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
poker player.
So we talked about how like what majors you're planning on shooting this year, right, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Which is state and national. So it'll be nationals first, then Virginia State.
Okay. Oh, back to the Excel spreadsheet real quick. Do we know what top book is?
No, because I don't
Because
think
I feel like it's going to be Bible. Because I think that was the only book that people had in common.
Yeah.
Well,
I think like two or three people said it.
well, let's do this.
Because there was a wide range from like sci-fi to historical fiction to three people.
3 people.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Let me.
And then we also had a couple of matchbooks. I'm not matchbooks, but like Ben Steger books and stuff like that. So
or a couple people like Lenny Basham's books. I don't remember how many, but that is true.
Oh yeah, let me type that in. Lone Survivor, the book, got 2 options.
But that was also a movie
votes.
choice for a couple people too.
yeah.
Right, but I made sure it was just the books.
Right.
3 people have said with winning in mind.
Oh, there you go. So with winning in mind and the Bible are tied.
So it was Robert Davis, who's
Okay.
just on,
Yeah.
Jacob Hetherington,
Yep.
and Matt Hopkins.
3 pretty solid shooters.
Yep, pretty solid.
I do know I'm gonna say this without like you can check me on this. I will say 9mm was definitely the most beloved caliber.
Yeah, I would have to concur.
Yeah.
20
Although
times
gun-
it was mentioned.
How many?
20 times it was mentioned.
I mean, that's almost half of our guests.
Yeah, some of them it was Huggy's favorite.
I know it wasn't mine.
was Foley's, Seeklander, Steve Anderson, Riley Bowman, Julie Golub,
Just minor
Daniel
players in the
Anderson,
game, you know.
Daniel Anderson,
Yeah.
Jay Lease. Justine doesn't have one down, but so I don't know if maybe she was just like agreeing. I don't know.
I think she gave the agreeable nod from what I recall.
Both gentlemen from Laser App, Ben and Sam both, Grant Kunkel, Matt Nash, Keita Bussey, Robert Davis, Phil Strader, Ted Murphy, Gabby Franco, and Mason Lane all said 9mm.
Again, people that aren't really that big of a deal in the sport at all. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very,
And
very
I'm glad-
minor players in the sport. I know mine was I was one of the oddballs. Mine was 6'8".
Yeah, you and I were both oddballs because mine was
Yeah.
338 Lapua.
Yep.
So
But yeah, I know like 1911 was up there for guns.
yeah.
Yeah, that was another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, 1911 was definitely
You gotta
That
love a
was mentioned
1911. It is a solid firearm.
7 times.
Yeah.
And there were, oh, you know what though? Hold on a second.
How many people picked rifles?
Hold on one second. I'm trying to narrow this down. I don't think that's
From what I recall, Huggy did pick his Ruger Precision.
Yes.
he did.
Yeah. And then
I
he
love-
went off on a tangent about how he wanted his Ruger Precision in 338 Lapua. And I
Yeah,
only
but I
know
can't
that
afford it.
because I had to listen to that entire interview again in order to be able to fill out the Excel spreadsheet.
Sorry.
You
My
know,
bad.
4 people said AR-15. I thought it
Oh,
would have
that's
been
not bad.
more.
Oh, Frank Shue was one of those people, wasn't he?
Hold on. I don't think so.
Ah, dang it. Or maybe his was 22. Maybe his caliber was
go?
223.
Yes, his caliber was 223.
That's what it was.
Favorite gun was
Was
is
his
the Canic.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
that's what it was.
So yeah.
Don't worry, Huggy. You'll get that 338 Lapua one day.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the prices nowadays, you know? Goodness gracious.
Between that and his 50 BMG.
I actually don't want the 50 BMG. I want that 338 and I'll be done.
That's what I said too. I just want a pistol, an AR, and a hunting rifle and a shotgun. That worked out real well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I did it over again, I think I would change my 338 to a 6.5 Creed.
You think so?
So, yeah, I would.
For your favorite round caliber?
Yeah.
May I ask why?
Oh, and one cost is way better than the 338. While I may not get quite the distance out of it, I still think it's a very good all around caliber.
Okay.
So good for PRS, good for NRA style target, good hunting round.
For sure.
Very
especially
low
out here.
recoil.
Freaking moose or anything out here.
Right. So low recoil, so you could shoot it all day long.
Yeah.
So there's really no downside to it. The ballistics on it are fantastic. Better ballistics than the 308, which is a very good round.
Yeah.
So
I do love my 308, I will say that. But
it's
I
iconic.
don't know why that just made me think of this. Total side thing. Hog hunt. We should definitely go on one of those. Go kill a pig.
Animal?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. Not yeah. I knew where you were going with this. Yes. Wild, feral, destructive. Well, I'm not really making it any more clear. Hog,
Right.
hog. You know. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah. You know, with the teeth and whatnot.
Not a good time to try to take a drink.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, they have a bunch of hog hunts down in Southern Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah. Or
We should. That would be
the
fun.
helicopter one in Texas. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty wild.
Like you get on a helicopter, you get seatbelted in, and you hang out the side and shoot at a hog from the air. And helps Texas farmers.
There you go.
True-blooded Americans. Sorry, true red-blooded Americans. It's all the, ginger ale. It's got me wiry.
Yeah.
From the caffeine-free ginger ale I've been drinking.
I didn't see a clear winner in movies.
Yeah, I don't think there weren't a lot of like overlapping or like multiple people saying the same movie.
Right.
I'm going to say that if I recall correctly, I think 2 people did say John Wick. Possibly.
It is entirely possible.
So Tyler Payne said John Wick, and I remember that because he was like, that's where he gets his shooting techniques from. He was with the Army Marksmanship Unit.
All right.
And I don't see anybody else.
Tombstone is on here twice.
Yeah,
Or at least that I
Tombstone's
can see.
on there a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh, 3 times. John Browning, Philip Vallejo. Oh, the everyday or is it everyday sniper? Modern day sniper.
Modern day, yeah.
Modern day sniper. And then Sean Griffith. Trying to see if anybody else. Oh, Daniel Anderson. And Steve Anderson.
There you go.
Actually, so Tombstone's on there a couple times.
Tombstone wins.
3. Tombstone is 3 that I can see, at least 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Tombstones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say Tombstone wins.
I am really bummed I didn't get to talk to Philip Vallejo because I follow him on the Instagram.
Same here.
Yeah, that Joker is a cool dude. And his interview was really interesting.
Yeah.
Dave, you did that one by yourself.
Yeah. And I will have to say, They do cook a mean meal up there where he's at. Because if you ever watch it on Instagram, they show the meals that they cook while that they're out there, and they are amazing. That's coming from a fat kid side. Sorry.
Him and Julie Gollop both are big into that, putting their stuff on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Julie puts a lot of her cooking stuff on there, which is really cool.
Really?
Yeah, she does a lot of, because we had talked to her about how like that's her other thing is cooking, and she has that cookbook or whatever.
Right.
She'll put a lot of those like new recipes on her Instagram.
Okay.
And now they have a by the by random thought about Julie. She just did a video. Smith & Wesson M&P now has a 10 millimeter.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
they
surprised.
have an M&P that their little M&P 2.0 now comes in 10 millimeter. I shouldn't say little, but like their new
Full size, right?
Yeah. Like their 2.0 that has like the tactile reset and all that jazz. It comes in. It's in 10 millimeter now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to get one, but
The Matrix got 2 votes. Mike Shadalov and where'd it go? I just had it. Steve Anderson.
yeah, I can guarantee you, I'm the only one that picked my movie.
You were. Yep.
Yeah, mostly because we interviewed a lot of adults.
Right.
So, and I picked a kids movie. It still holds up, man. It's a great movie. I stand by my choice of The Princess Bride. Also a very good book. So, whatever.
Somebody did agree with you because I remember you saying something to someone, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one." And
Yeah,
can't
it's got
remember.
Inigo Montoya in it. You killed my father. Prepare to die. One of the best lines in cinema history. You don't happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand. It's an oddly specific question.
Have you guys seen the new Matrix Resurrection?
I have seen the trailer for it.
You said no, Huggy?
No, I have not seen it yet. I've seen the
I've already
trailer.
seen it. I've seen it twice.
Oh,
Really?
Good, huh?
Yep.
Did you see it and then accidentally stay and see it again?
No. I saw it
Because
once
I've
in the
accidentally
theater.
done that too. Oh, I forgot to leave the theater.
I drugged the wife with me to see it the first time in the theater.
Uh-huh.
And then we got back from a call this morning and I was wide awake, so I couldn't sleep. And I had realized that it was on HBO Max, which I have. So I watched it again this morning at 3. So
Wow.
In the morning, like 0.
yeah, from 3 to like 2:30 to 5:15 or something like that.
Now, having seen the trailer, I don't want to give it away, but does it hold up?
Yeah, there's some stuff that I would have done a little differently. But there was one point where I was like, if they do what it looks like they might do, I said, I'm going to disown the entire series. And they did not. So it was okay.
Okay.
Question to
So
you.
once you guys have seen it, then we can.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Do they connect with the previous series? So it feels like
there are so many references. Like I was whispering to my wife every time they did it. I'm like, this is that, this is that, this is that, this is that.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Because I hate movies that, they pick it up and it's like they don't reference anything back to.
Oh no, it is all one big reference.
Okay. All right.
And at the end you understand why. But so
Okay.
it's intentional and it all makes sense. Yeah. So it's good. It's I liked it. So
Okay.
I still, again, there are some things that I would have done differently being a fan of the movie series with Neo,
Right.
but it's all good.
Keanu, I'm sure, pulls it off because he's Keanu.
Right. And the only thing I will have to say is that I was kind of disappointed because they didn't I don't know why or what happened, but they didn't bring back Morpheus, who was playing
Lawrence
by
Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
So
I will say that was probably the most disappointing part of the movie. So he wasn't back.
Yeah.
For all those of you that haven't seen it, didn't know that, spoiler alert, by the way.
Well, it's in the trailer, so
No.
Exactly.
just putting it out there. Oh, hey, we do have to figure out how to parlay that interview with Linda Turnbull, right?
yes.
Into getting Keanu Reeves on the show.
Okay, I'll let you handle that.
I was gonna let Huggy do it because it was Tehran Bootlier.
Well, you guys have anything else, or
Well, I will do what I can to see if we can get Keanu Reeves on here, and hopefully,
Yeah, he does
We
not have
might.
an email.
well, we'll see. We'll find some way. And if he comes,
you got to
on
write
here-
it in code like the Matrix?
Right.
Send it
Maybe.
to Canada.
That and plus John Wick 3 or no, John Wick 4 is coming out I think they said
May.
2022.
May
Yeah, which is coming up.
of
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes. not like Top Gun, which was supposed to be out in December and now I got pushed back to May.
I have to say before
Mm.
we sign off, before I ask if anybody in the comments has any questions, it doesn't make sense. If he's been in the Navy that long and he hasn't promoted, they would have kicked him out. I'm just going to put that out there now. He would have gotten kicked out already. You can't be in for that long and be that old and just be a lieutenant or a captain or whatever. Like at some point, they're going to be like, hey, man, you got passed over like 5 times and got demoted a whole bunch. You're not good for the Navy. Please leave.
Yeah, I think he's a captain, Navy captain. He's a full
Aside from that, which is high up there as far as rank goes, but I mean, in the trailer is like you should be an admiral by now. Like if you're supposed to be an admiral and you're just a captain, like you got passed over a couple times. I'm just saying.
Yep, for sure. Well, I mean,
That
his
being
driving
said,
or
yeah.
his driving of airplanes record is probably not very great. You know,
You know, I mean, just putting
that
that out
whole
there.
flyby thing.
Right.
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. I want some butts. Oh,
Wow,
that's so good.
Yeah.
that was a pretty good recall.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh dude, this is like I still got it on beta. I get it on beta. That's how old I am.
Do you even have a way to play it?
No.
He just plugs
I'd be
into the
throwing
Matrix.
that out.
Right.
Yeah.
I it's there, and who knows? It might be valuable one day. And somebody says, "Hey, do you have it on beta?" I'm like, "Yes, I do,"
I'll give you $1 for it.
and that's probably what I will get.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing I had is if anybody that is listening, if people are still listening, if anybody is, if they have anything that they'd like us to talk about in the comments real quick. Otherwise, I'm all out of brainchild ideas.
Me too. The only thing I will say is March 11th is our next live recording. So you guys need to have watched The Matrix before then.
Oh,
That'll
well,
definitely happen.
So
I'm on my break now, so I
You
think
may
I
or
will.
may not want to give me your HBO Max code and log on so I can watch it.
Yeah, I think the movie theater's out for you.
Yeah, Daddy don't go to the theater. Mostly because my children are horrible. I love them, but they're not great in public. I don't know. I mean, I know why, because they have terrible parents. But regardless, like that's the reason we haven't gone to our favorite restaurant in forever, because they are under new management, and we don't know if they're going to be as understanding as the old management that was like, "Oh yeah, they can run around. We don't care." Yeah.
When did new management happen?
When it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So it was right before I guess it was right before the whole Rona thing happened.
Are we talking Tippies?
No. This was
okay.
This is where we had our reception for our wedding.
Okay.
The Irish joint in town, and Yeah, they were awesome. Like their kids all worked in the restaurant. Their mom was the manager. Like my wife and her are friends on Facebook, and then they didn't get to renew their lease, so a new management took over. But yeah, our kids would like run around, freaking go play by the fireplace, do whatever. Like our kid grew up sitting, like we had a little stool, and we would put him on the bar top at the bar, and he would just sit there while we would like hang out, eat, and drink. And like everybody that worked there was Irish. Yeah, but then they got new management, and we're like, ooh, I don't think they're gonna let us put our kid on the bar top. So,
Unless they're dancing.
I mean, I'm just saying, like legit, we had a little, like, I don't even know what you would call it, but it was like a little kid's stool that had like a fabric plate that you would just put food in front of him and put him there, and he'd hang out on the bar top while we would drink and eat and just chit chat with the bartender. And I don't think they'd let us do that anymore because our kids just run around and, be loud.
I don't think they wrote that into the contract.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah. Otherwise, that's all I got. And
all right.
I have to watch The Matrix.
Yes, you do.
Cool. So March 15th.
11.
Yeah,
11.
I totally knew that. I was paying attention.
Friday, March 11. It's on the calendar.
No, I know. Just this way I'll remember. Kind of like the whole Friday, Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday thing. Yeah. I'm like, Dave, send me a text. He's like, it's next Wednesday. No, you're going to have to remind me. Yeah. So unless someone has any comments in the comment section, again, thank you, Jane. Jane and Casey and driver8 and everyone else who commented in the comments section.
How do you know it's not D River 8?
Right.
Doug River 8. It is
There
Doug.
you go.
See?
If it's not Doug, I apologize. It's just my go-to name when I don't know who people are. Doug.
All right.
But yeah. So thank you to those who commented and to him who visited.
Yes.
And Casey tried. It was a good effort, Casey.
Right.
It was. All right. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Adios.